If you're in the market for a new alarm system, Hikvision's new AXPRO should certainly be on your list for consideration. This is the AXPRO alarm by Hikvision. The model number for this Australian version is DS-PWA96-M-WB. It connects up to 96 wireless zones or outputs, 48 wireless key fobs, 4 repeaters, 6 sounders, and up to 8 wireless tag readers or keypads. It provides secure two-way communication with AES-128 encryption. The system can be professionally monitored or connect you to your HikConnect app via Wi-Fi, IP, or 2 inbuilt SIM card slots supporting GPRS, 3G and 4G. It also supports up to 48 users, including 1 installer, 1 admin and 46 normal users. That amount of connectivity and users makes it perfect for not only home users but also commercial applications. Now you may have noticed that this system is in fact a wireless system, and some people aren't too keen on having a wireless system. But I can assure you from 15 years of installing hardwired alarm systems that the bulk of the issues when it comes to service work, etc., are still related to batteries but also to cabling, with rats chewing through cables, etc. This eliminates that. Now the downside, maybe the batteries and also range, that's a concern for some people, have been accommodated by Hikvision. They've included lithium batteries in both the panel here and also all of the peripherals. Now these peripheral batteries are the standard CR123 batteries that are easily replaced. You can buy them from Coles or Woolies, and they last up to 5 years without the need to replace them. So it's not as though you're going to be doing that job all the time, and you don't have any of those cable problems to worry about. As far as the range is concerned, Hikvision claim up to 800 metres in an open air environment. But we don't install alarm systems in open air environments, maybe sometimes in a warehouse. Majority of our installations are in homes, offices and buildings. And what they've done here is they've given us the ability to fill in dead spots with repeaters. So obviously not an open air environment is going to bring that range down to maybe 100 metres. And then if you do get a dead spot, you can add a repeater at the extent of that range, and that'll give you an additional 100 metres. So that should cater for most installations, especially the ones that we deal with. Now you might notice just how sleek this range looks. There's your alarm panel. I'll show you the rest of the range. It's not the full range, but it's what I've got my hands on at this stage. But look at the design. I mean, it's very Apple-esque in the way that it's been delivered. I mean, this key fob is a thing of beauty. It's got like a rubbery texture to it. It screams out high quality. And how have Hikvision been able to do that? I mean, these guys are a CCTV manufacturer. So how on earth have they been able to get to the market with such an impressive range of an alarm equipment that's packed full of so many features? Well, it all happened back in 2016 when they acquired Pyronics. Now, Pyronics are a multi-award-winning UK-based company that also hold a number of patents. They are leaders in innovation in the alarm industry, and they were set up way back in 1986. So a lot of experience there that Hikvision has now acquired. So when we look at the range of peripherals that are available with this alarm panel, it's everything that you can expect. But again, they've put a modern twist on it. Take the external siren, for example, and then compare that to the one that's probably hanging from your house now, and you can safely say it's far more visually appealing. It's got a more modern look to it. So when we look at their internal detectors, the first thing they've done is given us an element of pet immunity. The standard detector giving us pet immunity up to 30 kilos. They've also got a dual tech sensor. They've even got a sensor that has got a glass break sensor built in, so it's not only detecting motion, but it's also listening for the sound of broken glass. And ordinarily that would have to be a second device, but in this particular case you can just buy that one detector and it's going to do 2 functions for you. Now they also have a PIR detector with an inbuilt camera for visual verification of alarm events. Now this isn't a video camera, this is a still camera, and people aren't often keen having cameras inside their properties. So the way that this one works is that basically the camera is only live once the system is armed and the motion detector actually detects motion. At that point, the camera springs to life, it takes a series of snapshots and then attaches those to the event that you get on your Hikconnect app. So it'll come through as motion detection, and then it'll stitch together those little images and show you a little 7-second clip to show you what was happening in front of that camera when the alarm was triggered. So when we look at their perimeter range, we see the standard magnetic reed switch. This comes in two variants. We've got a slimline one, which will give you a battery life around 3 years, or their standard one, which will give you a battery life around 5 years, but it also increases the range. So if you've got a door that's too far away and you don't want to use a repeater, just make sure you get the full-size magnetic reed switch. They've also got a shock detector with that magnetic reed switch built in. That's a nice feature. You've got two. You've got a chance of actually picking up the intruder before they break in if the shock detector picks them up. That's the only issue with magnetic reed switches, is that they only actually trigger once that door or the window has been opened, which in my opinion is a bit late. It's always nice to try and get them while they're still on their way in. The siren goes and hopefully they leave before they've gained access to your property. We've also got a glass break detector in the range. As I mentioned, you've got one built into that PIR if you've decided to go that way, or you can have a separate one that mounts generally to the ceiling, and that's an acoustic device listening for the sound of breaking glass. This alarm system will enable you to link up to 4 of your IP cameras to the various alarm detectors that you have on the system. So case in point, my laundry door, I've got one of their magnetic reed switches, which has also got the shock detector built in. Then I've got a Hikvision camera outside. Now, if that detector is picked up, that laundry door is triggered for whatever reason, I get the alert come through on my smartphone, but I also get a little video clip to show me what was going on just outside of that door when that event happened. That's called video verification, and that's where this really starts to show its effectiveness as far as alarm system. No longer have you got something that's just going to make a noise, it's also integrating with your existing CCTV solution. So now you're going to get far more bang for your buck as far as those cameras are concerned as well, by simply upgrading or adding this alarm system to your security setup. We have a range of panic buttons. Now these ones can be fixed, place them under a desk, single button, multi-button, and also pendants. You've got one that goes around the neck. You've also got a wrist variation, so that could be quite handy if you've got mobile workers on a site. As far as arming and disarming the system, we have a keypad. We also have the prox readers. There's one built right into the alarm panel here, but you can obviously get separate, I think they call them key tag readers. You can add up to 8 of those, so it's a combination of readers and keypads, so 8 in total. But of course you can opt to have no keypad whatsoever and just use the Hikconnect app as your arming and disarming, with perhaps a few of the little key fob remotes to do the day-to-day arming and disarming. In my case, I've also got this key fob linked up to one of the new relay modules. Now these relay modules are excellent. They give you the ability to control lights. In my case, a garage door. So I've programmed one of these buttons to control that garage door as I come in. Given the excellent range that I get of this, it's actually longer than my garage door controller. So I get this sleek looking little key fob, which doubles up now as my garage door opener. As far as ease of use is concerned, the fact that it integrates with the Hikconnect app means that I've already got an awareness of its basic functions. I mean, realistically, you're only arming and disarming an alarm. Typically, you might do it in 2 modes. You do it in away mode, which will be all of your internal detectors and all of your perimeter devices would be on. And you do it in stay mode, whereby the internal detectors are off, but all of your perimeter detectors are on. Now, if you add one of those relay modules and use it to be an alarm input into your current Hikvision NVR, you could also use your cameras, especially if you've got the new AccuSense cameras, to form part of your perimeter protection. So in essence, you put it on perimeter mode, and both the doors and windows plus all of those AccuSense cameras are now going to be armed for you. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. The next video coming out will show you the new Android 10-inch internal intercom station. Now, this station will really blow your mind. It gives you the ability to be the keypad for this. So we've now got an intercom that will integrate your new alarm system and also show you all of your Hikvision cameras, all from your intercom station. So stand by for that one, and as I say, subscribe, you'll get the notification when that video goes live. We're also releasing a lot more videos on how to set all this stuff up. As you can see, Hikvision are moving towards a platform that provides a total solution. So you've got your alarms, your camera, your intercom, all built into one easy to use application that's on your phone. And also, obviously, with that new station that's coming out, you're also going to have like a little spot in your home, hub if you like, where you're going to be able to go and see all of your systems on one little screen. So stay tuned for that one. Alright, it's been a pleasure speaking to you again and bringing you the new releases here from Hikvision. If you've got any questions, reach out to us in the office, and until next time, I'll see you then.